Right, I'm just gonna talk about this channel I found. I think actually it was the hacker that found it, m1m1, and I have still contact to the site. It's some very tough videos he's put up with children deceased from illness or violation or missing person cases. What was weird about it was that under Eric Clapton, he had a son that died in the 90s, and the son was not very old, but he mixed m1m1 mixed the pictures with My Boy, which was a little bit offensive, to be honest. And I think many of his way of putting the pictures together is offensive, and they're manipulated. So you might get, there's, for example, a picture where Eric Clapton's girlfriend and My Boy is connected, and they're both wearing black clothing, which is in Photoshop a very easy way to manipulate. You simply black out the original. There's also a lot of blurry edges and different things. So it's a very manipulated site, and I would also say could be, but there was some private videos that almost looked like Maddie McCain. It was a video photographer that m1m1 refer as deceased father, and it looked a bit like the woman that made this site m1m1 thinks that it's her on the pictures. I'm not so sure about that. There was another private videos of, it looked like mother and daughters, and the daughter became mother, maybe in a violent captivity kind of thing. It was almost like seeing a Stranger Moves In or The Toughest of Domestic Violence. You could see the decline, the fear, the shadows, the brutality. And there was the daughter of the mother's child was skinny, and it was horrifying pictures. So actually I wrote to m1m1 channel, go to police with all your material. And the person wrote back that I should stop hacking, which I don't, and that I should stop using his channel. And I wrote back, go to police. Because whether he thinks he got the right pictures, he don't. But I also found out that the Eric Clapton, I asked him where he got the pictures from, and he said that she had some of the pictures from an Italian newspaper. And when I asked about the blonde boy, didn't get no answer. So it's not an innocent person making this manipulation. But another strange thing, there were pictures, paparazzi pictures of Diana in Spain. That means that to show them and not get in trouble with the magazines, he probably is a paparazzi. Another thing I think was a bit strange that actually levels with the domestic violence, Stranger Move In, is some videos Anne Frank. I have a suspicion that Anne Frank maybe also is maybe a later case than we knew, connected to my investigation. So that it's more like almost like a media plan. Not there's anything wrong about the content or the story, because millions of children could write that story. And that's probably a whole deal. But there's something wrong about the pictures. So still I would like the police to get a hand on m1m1 channel and asking where does he got the material from, who was his supplier. Was it a Photoshop? Was it a camera? Was he handed them? And where is he from? The Censored channel is from Germany, and there was some kind of copyright case in Düsseldorf. Eric Clapton filed a woman. I don't know if that's relevant. It's relevant in my case because I filed the same, losing royalty in film and music and design. Could be the answer, right? but basically I think that the violation in this picture, and that it's on top of that, another violation is the manipulation of the pictures. Which, you know, does he have the right to show pictures and manipulate them so we would think that Eric Clapton's girlfriend was had a strange relationship to the son? That is not her son, right? So, and I still think that the only way I can see the person could get the pictures from my son is that I handed over some computers to store them some safe place with relatives, so that if my boy survived the September 12th attack, that he could, when he was 18, get some kind of, you know, a suitcase with all of his things that meant something, and that it wasn't in the hands of the Danes, so it's actually in Germany. Another thing is the photo shops around this area, which is very connected international. Some of them make their pictures in Germany, and that's let's say just in Ribe we have 2 shops interest. In Esbjerg there's like, at least there was 1 closed, I think, and there's probably a lot of them. I also searched for, there's also a newspaper photographer in the whole area. We got like Ekstra Bladet, we got Jyske Vestkysten, which is interesting, both of them, Uavisen. And in Ribe, we got like a big old photo club, which is like the members with a large experienced background to take pictures. My brother and sisters are photographer, right? I'm not including them for real, but I'm including that there's a shop, and most important, I think my mom and dad might have been photographed too, right? It's very common that the child pursue what the father and mother did, you know. So basically, there's a lot of things, right? I also searched for portrait photographer, press photographer, film photographer, also know Susanne Bier, and 13 Hours. 13 Hours was, according to themselves, these kind of failed heroes in a way, right? They stayed in Germany. Where were that? Was that in Düsseldorf? Was that in Berlin? Where, right? I filed some files to FBI in Berlin because it was closest, because the Copenhagen office was not working very well. You can hardly get in contact. So yeah, it's a spread. So I think 13 Hours and Susanne Bier, also because Centropa and also Egmont have work done in Germany. Centropa is a main suspect. And I also think the 13 Hours are main suspect because they came too close to the data, right? So they might have given somebody else some pictures, just used them. And the person, m1m1, is maybe just a little naive and think, whoa, this is, oh, how sad this boy was also a victim. I put it in here. I don't know. But the most people who have storage of hurt children, there is the missing person files and also the memory side and stuff like that. This is a little different because it's a construction in a way, you know. But I also, when I look, for example, if I write YouTube and I write just the word sex, if I write erotics, I will often get in touch with illegal sites. I will also have to press the button like sexual content or violation, right? Not that I'm hacked, but I still hope somebody is maybe watching over these kids, right? But it's very close to the dark web, I would say. If it's not the dark web, all of it could be, including, and we know the dark web is not just 17 young boy looking for fun. It's also the mayor it's the police staff, it's the military, it's the lawyers, it's the doctor looking for dirty stuff, right? So mind your steps here, man, because the whole area is hacked. The whole region is hacked, right?